Oh, sweet. So I got 24 minutes. So, I just want to say, Bad Greg, he ain't got nothing. He has nothing. He's clawing at every inch and every foot he can try to get his paws on. But guess what? He still comes up short, just like his little dick is. Because guess what? So, you don't fuck with the guys who have the big dicks, because sometimes they'll come swinging. As soon as they come swinging, guess what happens? They always come up in the end with the win and the clutch dub. So, everything actually makes low-key sense with the Thrill of the Chase storyline. So, the short summary of the Thrill of the Chase book was pretty much that Forrest Fenn and his family... Sorry, that's a text from my girlfriend. Anyways, that's besides the point. The point is this, so Forrest Fenn and his family would drive to Cody, Wyoming for the Buffalo Center of the West Museum, and I guess before they went to the museum they would visit Dick Frost, whose house is off the bend off of Monument Street in Cody, past the Buffalo Bills rock statue. And while Forrest Fenn's parents and siblings were out playing in the house and helping, the parents were helping Dick Frost out in the house or whatever, and having conversations in the house with Dick Frost, Forrest Fenn, as we all know him to be and to do, he'd escaped to the woods. Where? To his fishing hole. That same fishing hole where he got the dragged fly stuck on the high limb because he would fish in that pond to kill time. And he'd sit there as well and eat pie. And yes, that's why the scissors and the dragged fly were in the treasure chest, in the Ziploc bag, in that little baggie, the tannish colored baggie, because it was a symbolic meaning to him. And it was supposed to be the way that Forrest Fenn knew that they actually solved the poem, and for a way for Forrest Fenn to know that they went with confidence to the spot and solved everything. And it would be his way to know, I guess, that the treasure chest would be found. As well as, of course, as we all know, the bracelet, because they'd have to return that item to Forrest Fenn, whether they wanted to sell it or not, you know what I mean? So, and then also, on top of that, that same pond area where Forrest Fenn would fish at, a little bit north of Dick Frost's house, is where Forrest Fenn and, what's his name? The guy he got the job from for logging, and where, Forrest Fenn's story about the summer logging, him and his boss and his friend that helped the head boss for the logging company or business that Forrest Fenn works with, they had I guess they went to that pond area and they chopped down those trees there to build the cabins, because I guess Forrest Fenn got permission to cut down the trees there, and so now it's became a condensed forest. And so after they were done, there at Dick Frost's house, Forrest Fenn and his family were done there. Him and his family would go to the museum, and then afterwards they go to Yellowstone. And that was the whole journey. And if you remember, Jack Stoof, and I quote, said that it was about Forrest Fenn's journey, which is why he said it was convenient for Forrest Fenn he said it was convenient for Forrest Fenn because he was already there at the museum in Cody for an event, or who's at an event at the museum in Cody, or at an event at the museum in Cody. You know what I mean? So, and then of course, as the story goes, he was also going to school in Temple, Texas, and of course he met Peggy, and I guess him, and sometimes him, Peggy, and Fenn's family would go up to the spot as well. And I'm sure Peggy knew about it, but and think about it. Usually, logically speaking, you don't, and this is why I knew it wasn't going to be in Yellowstone, because I just had a sense of logic will tell you that you're not going to leave your wife at the museum for 2 hours alone with men and people who might not have good history or whatnot. You know what I mean? That type of deal. You know what I mean? Because you never know what people's pasts are. So, Forrest Fenn, and usually you don't leave your woman, and short story short, you don't leave your woman over a long period of time, away from you. Usually she's always attached at the hip, if you know what I mean. She's always beside you, for the safety precautions, you know what I mean? And, he knew that, and he kept it in mind. And so once again, it was convenient because it was very close by to the museum, so he knew he could get there quick to the spot, be in and out with 2 trips to hide the treasure chest, and be back to the museum for the board meeting, which was the event. Because Jack Stoof did say in his Reddit or the Condor 2 account that Forrest Fenn was there for a board meeting at the Buffalo Center of the West, the museum in Cody. So, without further ado, Greg, you have nothing. But all the honor, glory, and praise goes to him. I take no credit or praise or nothing. I did it for y'all. Peace out. Stay cool and stay classy. And I'm out. I love y'all. Peace.